Post. And ASICS. Sound mind, sound body.
Was his to win, and win it he did. Since 1878, they've been coming to this famous place, and they've been doing so in search of all of the riches and the history that Stawell has to offer. Hello everyone, I'm Peter Donegan. Welcome to Central Park for the 2010 Australia Post Stawell Gift. And it wouldn't be Stawell if there wasn't a bit of intrigue, a bit of controversy. Joining me in commentary, renowned commentator and also former Gift semi-finalist Dave Colbert. Dave, as a former long jumper, you wouldn't have a tape measure on you, would you?
Always pack one in the suitcase, Peter. There's been a lot of controversy the last couple of days. It wouldn't be Stawell without it, would it? And we're going to hear from Ian Cohen on more of that in just a moment.
Well, let's get down to the running. And in 2010, we have a hot favourite in the gift.
Yeah, we do. The 25-year-old from Canberra, Tom Burbridge. He came here last year, couldn't actually make the semi-finals. He was selected to run. He got through, but he broke down. He's had 3 hip operations. He's got a dodgy back. He's got a big task just to make it through to the final.
And if something is to go wrong with the favourite, last year's winner, Aaron Stubbs, is right in this.
Yeah, I really give him a great chance. He's a confident young guy. He's run a personal best recently. He looked very impressive in the heats on Saturday. And I also watch for the other long jumper, Mitchell Watt. I reckon he's got a sneaky little show of getting through to the final.
You long jumpers stick together, no question about that. Well, you know, Dave, when you come here and walk through the beautiful gates here at Central Park, nothing much has changed over the years, but that really is part of the charm of this place.
It's one of the iconic sporting events in this country. For more than 125 years, fans have descended on Stawell for Australia's richest and most famous foot race. And each year, Stawell has bounced back from drought, flooding plains or rich rivers of gold to put on its Easter show. Men displaying the confidence of youth, at the peak of their physical powers and trained to the second, arrive ready to race into the history books. The Stawell Gift shapes the life of the winner and quite often haunts the losers, who can carry a defeat by mere millimetres to their grave. And betting stings have more than just the runners praying for the right outcome. Through the decades, Stawell's Easter Gift has reflected our changing society. Baggy singlets and shorts for the runners, juxtaposed with spectators dressed to the nines. Today, 6 finalists pass through the gates at Central Park this Easter Monday to chase Stawell glory, knowing they will race in the footsteps of previous winners and their life will be forever defined by their victory. But the winners come from all walks of life, like the first man to claim the gift twice, Bill Howard.
Howard wins the Stawell Gift and falls very heavily on the track.
Or the flying Madagascan, Ravello, who won from scratch. They are recognised as the world's best.
Edmondson is going fast on the outside. Edmondson is going to win this one. He strides to the front. Edmondson, Irvine crashes the line.
And Linkford, more Dynan Linkford, then back to Graham McNeil. Dynan in front. It's Dynan Stawell Gift. Dynan first. Linkford second.
Some, like Scotsman George McNeil, return year after year before tasting Stawell's success. Each Easter, another winner celebrates victory and perhaps becomes a national hero.
Here comes Ross. He's going to rewrite the history books. Josh Ross has done it. They're away. Stubbs commenced brilliantly from the Blues.
And as happens each year at this time on Easter Monday, the question is asked of 6 young men. Who will it be? Who will write their name into Australian sporting history as the winner of the Australia Post Stawell Gift?
That race was his to win, and win it he did emphatically. The 18-year-old. some wonderful images, some great memories of Stawell in days gone by. Well, in 2010, there's a lot to look forward to, even apart from the Australia Post Stawell Gift. The semi-finals coming up shortly, and then we'll be having races of varying distance. The women's gift over 120 metres, the race they call the Herb over 1,600 metres. It'll be the 400 metres for both the men and the women. The 200 metres final for the men, the TAB Big Six Backmarkers Invitation leading all the way through to the Australia Post Stawell Gift, the big one today. Well, of course, there has been a lot of controversy in the lead up, some extra distance for the runners on Saturday. To explain more, good afternoon, Ian Cohen.
Thanks very much, Peter. As you touched on, always plenty of controversy when it comes to Stawell. Well, this place was a hive of activity yesterday as the Stawell Athletic Club came out and had to move the finishing gates and also the starting grid. What they did was they took 3 metres out of the starting grid down that end of the track. They moved that forward, and here at the finishing gates, they took out the 20 centimetres, the 0.2 of a metre. That was the original line on the Saturday. You can see it here. They then brought it back to this point here, and that is the official finishing line for the final here on Monday afternoon. You can see the finishing gates, so it is all strict, it's legit, it's 120 metres, and we're going to be back on the other side of this break for the first of the semis in the Australia Post Stawell Gift.
My husband wouldn't get me a chef, so I had to look into the next best thing, light and easy. I knew it had a chef, I'd seen it on television and thought I'd give it a go, and it's great. I had my own dietitian, I had everything there at my fingertips to make it as easy as anything and give you more time with your family. I'm a mother of 3 children, definitely keep me on my toes. Every other night the kids are wanting light and easy, and it sounds like I've been set up to say that, but they do. I was surprised by eating all that food and then at the end of the week having lost 1 kilo. And then it just every week, 1 kilo after 1 kilo, just kept falling off. It becomes a way of life. It's just too easy.
Discover the difference Light and Easy can make in your life. Visit lightandeasy.com.au now or call 13 15 12.
Scientific testing shows that our beds offer the best support, evenness of pressure and natural body alignment. We believe they are the best and give you a great night's rest.
Beds for backs. Visit a store today.
Can't get enough of dance? Visit 10.com.au/dance now to get tickets to the show, go behind the scenes for the latest news and gossip, and join the dance forums. It's online at 10.com.au/dance.
Right now, get roller shutters from Security Plus on their Buy Now, Pay Later plan. For a limited time, no interest and no repayments for 500 days. Call Security Plus now. Security Plus roller shutters. Best quality, best value for a lot less than you think.
We're back. First up, we bring you Pendulum at Home. Why? Well, Pendulum are about to drop their new album called Immersion. And where's the best place to immerse yourself after a big night out? Yep, the ocean, where you can recoup amongst the fishies, crustaceans and mollusks. And what are the tastiest mollusks you'll find on a menu? Yep, cockles. And it's at Cockle Bay that you'll find home. Now, you can only get tickets with your debit MasterCard, which is lucky because it's the best way to spend your own money online. Head to our website to find out more. Getting into the swing of it with Pendulum, priceless.
Sound mind, sound body. Essex.
Live IPL on 1. Wednesday night, Warnie's Royals clash against Lee's Kings 11. Then Hodges Knight Riders face Warner's Daredevils. Follow our boys in India. The IPL, exclusive to 1.
Welcome back to the Australia Post Stawell Gift. As far as the betting goes, it's all about Tom Burbidge. He's been backed into $1.25, so it's really his gift to lose at the moment, according to the punters. One man who's not racing is the Olympic pole vault champion, Stephen Hooker. He joins us now. Stephen, tell us, you're not out here today because of a groin niggle.
Yeah, I pulled up a little bit stiff and sore from my heat on Saturday. The hip was a little bit tight, so I thought better to be safe than sorry with National Championships and Commonwealth Games trials coming up in 2 weeks, and I'll just be here as a spectator.
It was a wonderful experience for you, though. Take us through your heat and what you thought about it.
Yeah, well, my big concern before the race was my start. I don't do too many of them, but that turned out to actually be the best part of my race. I feel like the first 80 was really, really solid, and that I was able to reel in the guys in front of me. My last 40, on the other hand, was a little bit of a mess, and I crossed the finish line nearly on my face.
Well, you did. You certainly went across with gusto. It's been terrific to have you here. I'll let you go. You're part of the commentary team. You better get upstairs.
Thank you very much.
Stephen Hooker, the pole vault world champion and, of course, the Olympic gold medalist as well. He's going upstairs now to join our commentators. Let's join them as well. Dave Colbert and Peter Donegan.
Okay, thank you, Ian. And there is the start list for the first of the semi-finals of the Australia Post Stawell Gift. It's Watt in red, Matthews white, Billing in blue, Reynolds in yellow, Shepherd green, Callard pink, O'Dwyer the veteran at his 23rd appearance at Stawell in black, and Matthew Eddy in grey. The man to watch here definitely, though, Dave Colbert, is Mitchell Watt out of red.
Well, very inexperienced in the sprint, but he has run 10:37 for the 100 metres, and he looked impressive in his heat. He thought he actually got to the front. He was beaten by Greg Ayres, who we'll see in the next semi-final. But this one, Peter, there's only 5 100ths of a second separating all 8. Any one of these guys can get through, and I tell you, if the man in the black, Peter O'Dwyer, can get up, 43 years of age, he was 4th in 88, he was 3rd in 99 in the gift final. He knows what this is all about.
And another interesting runner here is the man in white, the 18-year-old Brendan Matthews, who made the final last year but had to withdraw because he had a hamstring problem. So this is the most wide open of the semi-finals of the gift. Practically any one of the 8 runners could win here without surprising too much. Mitchell Watt out of your picture at the moment, the man in red all the way back. There he is on 2.5 metres. First semi of the Australia Post Stawell Gift of 2010. Peter O'Dwyer using the experience and making them wait. Away, Watt start pretty good. Matthews also got a good start. O'Dwyer leads them out early from Eddy. Here comes Matthews. He's starting to put the big strides in from Watt. Matthews is coming after O'Dwyer. Matthews looms up and he got there. Matthews has just got up to beat Peter O'Dwyer and Mitchell Watt flashing home at the end. But Brendan Matthews does as he did 12 months ago and gets through to the Australia Post Stawell Gift final, hopefully with better luck this year, Dave Colbert.
Well, he's got the dodgy hamstrings. He's an ungainly runner, but he got a good start there. PF O'Dwyer, as we like to call him out in the black, used all of his experience. He made them hunt him down. I thought Watt was going to get there for a while. Have a look at the technique of Matthews. He's a little bit all over the place, but he hung in there. His coach, Mac Beckenham, has got 6 men in the semi-finals, including the favourite. It was a good run, and he gets up ahead of O'Dwyer and Watt. Steve Hooker, wasn't a bad run from Mitchell Watt, but all honours to the man in white.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like Matt Beckenham has got all his runners just in absolutely stunning shape for this weekend. They're all here to race, and I would like to see Mitch as an Australian Flame team member get up for the final, but it looks like it's the back markers for him.
18 years of age, Brendan Matthews is through to his second Stawell Gift final, but he might be running in his first one. Hopefully the body will hold up. Here he is with Ian Cohen.
Thanks very much, Peter. Congratulations, you're the first man through. You know what this is like, though. How's the body holding up?
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. Felt really good in that semi, so yeah, just wait and see what happens now.
What sort of thrill to be through to another Stawell Gift final?
It means a hell of a lot. I mean, last year I got a taste of it and just made me hungrier, and now I get to run the run that I never got to do, so it means a hell of a lot.
So how much is it burning in the stomach, burning in the guts that you were here, the same position last year, couldn't quite complete it? How much is it burning for this year?
It's burning very bright, I tell you what, yeah. But like I said, I get to run the run that I never got to run, and I got my family here and my girlfriend watching and everyone back at home. So I'm just going to do it for them and have a crack.
Congratulations to the first man through. There he is.
Thanks very much, Ian. 18 years of age, Brendan Matthews. His time 12:54, and he wins from Peter O'Dwyer and Mitchell Watt in the first of the Australia Post Stawell Gift semi-finals of 2010. All right, the runners are going down to the start now for the second of the Gift semi-finals, and this time we have a man who probably should win, Kevin Britton, but he's going to need to improve on what he did here on Saturday. Let's have a look at the start list for semi-final number 2. In red, it's Jacob Groth, the 24-year-old World Junior rep. Luke Storter, white, 25 years of age, comes from 6 metres. Greg Ayres, 6.5 metres, 28 years of age, semi-finalist in the 110 hurdles at the Commonwealth Games in Melbourne in 2006. Matthew Hargraves is in yellow, 7.25. He's made 4 of 6 semi-finals here. Kevin Britton, 7.5 metres, was ordinary in his heat, but he was a semi-finalist last year. Andrew Howell, pink, 8 metres. Paul Cracroft Wilson, black, 9 metres, the 2007 Australian Beach Flag champion, semi-finalist last year as well. And Craig Foley, whose father Barry won the Gift in 1970 and 1972, is the outmarker here from 10 metres.
Well, you're right about Kevin Britton. He should be the man, coached by John Henry, who's a fearsome-looking fellow, and I can tell you he gave his man Kevin Britton one of the great sprays of all time after the heats. Said he's going to have to walk back to Geelong if he doesn't improve here. So he was the red-hot favourite on Thursday when the market opened, but I really give Greg Ayres some sort of chance here, and also Jacob Groth. There he is there. The quality runner in this field, 10.44, Steve. That came at the Sydney Track Classic, and he strolled home in his heat. It wasn't a fast time, 13.07, but I think he's got a bit up his sleeve.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what difference this 3 metres in track length makes. It actually made it a little bit easier for the back markers in the heats, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of difference that makes when it comes to these semi-finals on the legitimate track length.
There's Greg Ayres, Commonwealth Games hurdler, and a bit of a veteran now, coached by Fira Tvoskina, who coached Anthony Pym to victory. There's Britton, who was a semi-finalist last year, had big raps on him from Geelong, and 3 times a winner over the backmarker invitation across the VAL ranks this season. So you'd think that's where the action's going to be, Pete. Britton 12.76 in his heat, Ayres 12.85, but I reckon Gross got some room for improvement. So if there's any little slip up, watch for the man in the red.
Might be some action in the white lane number 2 as well, because Luke Storter is apparently reputedly a very, very good dancer.
I think he might be doing his best work in the Gift Hotel tonight.
Yeah, famous at the Cooma pub apparently for doing the robot. So we might see a celebration if he can get over the line here. The men to watch, Groth in red, Ayres in blue, and Britton probably the favourite in green. Second semi-final, Brendan Matthews, the first man through already. And away, Britton's start not very good at all. He's trying to accelerate now with Hargraves. The man in blue coming through, Greg Ayres also finishing off. Britton's having a task to get there. I think he will in the end, though. His start wasn't great, but Britton gets through to the final. Kevin Britton wins. His start not great. He'll need to improve that in the final, but he finished off powerfully and he didn't panic when the start wasn't that good, Dave Colby.
Well, he used his mark. He knows that the distance is 120 metres and you can't afford to panic. And the man in the yellow got the best start, Matthew Hargraves, training partner with Britton, so that would have been to his advantage. Paul Cracroft Wilson, the Beach Flag champ, got a sensational start. And on the inside, Groth was storming home, but he did well. He held his form and he's avoided another massive spray from his coach, John Henry. He might just give him some words of encouragement now, Steve. You're through to the final now. You start to focus on the positives.
I think so. The only downside for Britton is he actually drew Tom Burbridge's heat in the heats and lost by a few metres to him. So it's whether he can overcome that loss and that disappointment to see if he can get up in the final.
Both Ayres and Groth running well, but it's Kevin Britton, the second man through to the Australia Post Stawell Gift final of 2010. Let's hear from him now.
Thanks very much, Peter. Kevin, congratulations. You're the second man through. Take us through the race from your point of view.
I didn't run that well on the Saturday, so I just had to fix a few things up today. Just nail the start and just stay relaxed in that last period. And I think that's what I did today.
The word around was that the coach peeled the wallpaper off the wall on Saturday night and said, time to lift your act, young man. You obviously have done that. What was that like on the end of it?
Yeah, he gave me a bit of a blast. It's kind of the kick in the arse I needed. So again, I didn't run that well Saturday, so I've got a few more metres in me.
There's been some money around for you early. You think this year might be your year?
Anything can happen in the final, so pressure's not on me now, so it's up to the other guys I'm in, so just do what I do best.
Congratulations, Kevin. Well done. Kevin Britton, the second man through to the Australia Post Stawell Gift final.
Okay, Ian, thank you. And here is the official result, 12:41. We'll get the wind readings for the first two semi-finals as well, because they are important. Britain 12:41, Groth 12:49, Ayres in 12:50, and Cracroft Wilson, who led them up for a fair part of the race, finished up fourth in 12:53 in the second of the semi-finals. All right, let's move on to semi-final number 3. Looks a match in 2 here, and we have the defending champion in red in Aaron Stubbs, who won off 7.25 last year. He comes off 4 metres in 2010. Stephen Andriazza in white, 6.5 metres from Lane Cove. James Lobley from Brighton, 7 metres, placed in the 70 metres at Rye this year. Adam Burbridge in yellow, not to be confused with the gift favourite, 7.25 metres. Derek Collins from Green, 8.25 metres, the 2010 Barrowmine gift winner. Edward Ware from Pink, 8.5 metres. Former cheerleader Nathan Fox in black from Ballarat won the 2010 Bendigo gift. He's 9.25 metres. And Josh Chew from Melbourne, the university student, off the limit mark of 10 metres. It looks a match here, really, Dave, between Aaron Stubbs and Josh Chew.
Does indeed, which makes a challenge for Aaron Stubbs, because he's in the red jacket coming off 4 metres and he's giving 6 metres to the man in the grey on the outside, Josh Chew. There's Stubbs, full of confidence, won last year comfortably in a very fast time of 11.87, ran a personal best of 10.66 in the Queensland Champs, looked comfortable in his heat, and at 19 years of age I give him a realistic chance of being through to the final. You talked about the breeze before. The first semi-final was minus 2.5. The second semi-final was minus 0.6. So a strong headwind for the first, and then not quite as strong in the second, which does make a difference. There's the man in yellow, Adam Burbridge, coached by Jim Bradley, famous name in professional running circles, and has been eating a diet of steak and chips for dinner every day this year. And it's an unusual technique. It's called the method. It's the old Scottish training method. And Steve, did that launch you to Olympic gold?
It seems like something that I might have to get onto. He's my rough chance for this heat, for this semi-final. I've heard that he ran a really amazing race in Rye at a canter earlier in the year, so he might have something up his sleeve.
He was the runner-up in the 2001 gift, Adam Burbridge, and he's only won 1 race since. This is his 9th stall. The man in green is Derek Collins, and Josh Chew all the way out there in grey. Incidentally, talking about that diet, at one stage Adam decided that he might vary the diet a bit, and instead of having chips, he decided to go for mash. And Jim said, "You can't do that. Go back to the chips."
Well, he's a different cat, Jim Bradley, and almost killed in a car accident in March. So
yeah,
fantastic to see him here. 89 years of age, and I don't think he was joking when he said he was going to instruct his charge to have a wee nip of whiskey before the semi-final. So hopefully he runs straight.
Well, in fact, he did say half a bottle, but that might have been a slight exaggeration. Let's see if Aaron Stubbs can give himself a chance of doing what only Bill Howard has ever done at Stawell, and that is win back-to-backs. There he is, back on the back mark of 4 metres. Burbridge in yellow, 7.25, and Chew in grey, 10 metres. The men to watch here. This is semi-final number 3 of the 2010 Australia Post Stawell Gift on a delightful Easter Monday afternoon. Stubbs got a good start. Now the starter Morris Campbell is going to call them back, and if he calls a break here, the runner who broke will be pulled 1 metre. Let's have a look at the replay and see if we can see some movement. Didn't look to be a great deal there.
Maybe the man in the white, perhaps. In fact, Edward Ware it is. They've called it on the pink. Edward Ware, 21-year-old. Coached by Brian Wright. He's the former cheerleader, so his supporters have put down their pom-poms. And he was one of the men that got through when the VAL officials reviewed the tape after the heat. So he's one of the slowest of the qualifiers here. So maybe he was deciding that he'd got the get-out-of-jail card. He was through to the semi-final, Steve, and he was going to give it his best.
He obviously had to put it all on the line there at the start and was just trying to get a little bit of a flyer on the rest of the boys. And it hasn't quite worked out for him.
Yeah, well, he's already used the rabbit's foot at one stage over this weekend. Unfortunately, it doesn't generally work twice, so Edward Ware goes back to 7.5 metres.
Important in this situation. You expect to get underway the first time here at Stawell. Maintain the composure. Stubbs knows what it's all about. Josh Chew on the outside, just 20 years of age. You've got to get through this to be running for the big check. Have to
keep the butterflies under control.
Stubbs then will be first to hear the gun. Stubbs left very well. Chew start okay. Leads out from Fox and Ware. Now the white Andreas are coming through, and here comes Stubbs, but Chew's got a big break. Stubbs is trying to overhaul him in the last bit. He got there in the end, Josh Chew, but he had to lunge to do it, and he has won narrowly from Aaron Stubbs, coming home like a steam train.
Big run from Josh Chew. He's like a steam train. The pistons are going up and down at 1,000,000 miles an hour. He's good over the first 60 or 70. He got a fantastic start. He put paid to Nathan Fox, the man in the black. And at this stage, you thought, well, he is absolutely home. Stubbs ran a brilliant race, and we'll see him in the back mark, as you would imagine, later in the afternoon. But that was a brilliant effort. He got the staggers, didn't he? So much so that he hit the deck. But, Steve, he's through.
It's a classic stall race, isn't it? The back marker versus the front marker. And Aaron Stubbs, the former champion, didn't have quite enough left to get him through to that win. Josh Chew was the big talk on Friday night at the Calcutta. Big plunge in his odds after his training partners all got on him.
So Josh Chew wins semi-final number 3 from the flying Aaron Stubbs. When we come back, 3 more semi-finals, and in the 4th of the semi-finals, a man who looked the winner in his semi last year but felt the pressure. Will the same happen in 2010?
Sound mind, sound body. Essex.
It certainly doesn't feel like a diet. The variety and convenience that's available with those meals.
I was amazed. The food is great.
Knowing that someone's doing all the thinking for you, you just have to go to the freezer or the fridge and get it out.
If you said to me tomorrow, what would you change? I don't think there is anything that I would change about it.
Weight loss, but convenience put together, it's a no-brainer.
That's right.
Discover the difference Light and Easy can make in your life. Visit lighandeasy.com.au now or call 13 15 12.
Unless a bed aligns your body naturally, it will end up stressing you rather than resting you. That's a scientific fact. Now, our beds let your body lie in your natural shape so that you get real rest.
Beds for backs. Get the facts.
You may have never seen me, but every week I'll play for you.
Train my body to the limits.
Work 2 jobs. Have my heart broken. And risk it all to make you proud.
I want to challenge you, convert you,
Excite you. Unite you.
but you'll never see unless you take a look.
Want to help stop migraines taking hold? Trust Masindal Day Strength to help clear pain. Fast. For advice about migraines, ask your pharmacist where you see the gold cross.
Come and see what's in store at Australia's first storage and organisation superstore. We've got storage solutions for every place in your home, including the kitchen sink. Fit more into your wardrobe. Clean up your act in the laundry. Pick up one of our versatile shelving systems and check out all the stuff to store whatchamacallits, thingamabobs and gizmos. And for storage solutions that really stack up. Don't get mad, get organised. Get into store for the 25% off all shelving sale on now. There's a store near you.
The Masters begins Friday, exclusively live on One.
Welcome back to Central Park in Stawell. Some beautiful scenes and a lovely crowd in for an Easter Monday afternoon. One man who's also smiling is Josh Chew. He's the third man through to the final of the Australia Post Stawell Gift. He joins us now. Josh, congratulations, obviously. Well done on the effort. And take us through your dive at the end.
Yeah, I thought I'd practice a bit of a long jump near the end just for the crowd. No, I just, I don't know, just...
Well, let's have a look at that knee, because there's some severe grazing down the bottom of the knee. Is that going to affect you at all? Are you worried about it?
No, it's just a bit of wall paint. That's okay. It'll be fine. Just a bit of surface graze. I'll be fine.
There was a lot of money for you at the Calcutta. Someone knows something. How are you feeling ahead of the race?
Oh yeah, feeling pretty good. Let's say with the run on Saturday, thought I'll just continue it today and yeah, just keep running good where I feel, and just. You don't know what anyone else is going to do, so just keep on running your best. That's what I think. So.
Well, you got a wonderful mark to run off. Just quickly, did the break affect you at all?
No, just give me a bit of a breather.
He's a pretty relaxed customer, is Josh Chew. He's the third man through to the final of the Australia Post Stawell Gift.
Yeah, well, that lunge certainly got his attention at the end, wearing the scars of battle. Josh Chew, 12.32 into a headwind of 0.7 of a metre per second. Aaron Stubbs second, flying home to go down by 0.09. Adam Burbridge finished third in 12.55 in semi-final number 3.
And the fastest we've seen so far, too, for Josh Chew. So Stubbs would have been right in any of the other semis, but that's not how it works here at Stawell. You've got to be the winner of your semi-final. It's cutthroat, and here are the next 8.
Semi-final number 4, Carl Morehouse red, 4.25 metres. Victorian hurdles champion. Andrew Clark in white, 6.5 metres. Can only see out of one eye, Andrew Clark. Benjamin Weaver in blue, won the 70 metres at Rye. Ben Cashard in yellow from South Australia, 7.25 metres. Dale Woodham's the interesting one, 7.25 metres from Adelaide, 22 years of age, trained by former winner Paul Young. Lachlan Taylor Pink, 8.5 metres, won the 400 metres here twice. Simon Menz in black, 10 metres from Ballarat, finalist in the 70 and the 200 here last year. And Ryan Hoffman in grey, 10 metres, and he is actually the coach of Aaron Stubbs, so hopefully he can go one better than his charge in the previous.
Don't think he will. I think this is the man, Woodham's 22 years of age, and should have made the final last year, didn't run his best race, so task for him here as they get ready to go down to the blocks for the next of the semi-finals.
He's got a point to prove here, Dale Woodhams, because he knows by his own admission that he let the occasion get to him last year.
It's always just dwells in the mind, doesn't it? Particularly here, because you wait for so long. In the nature of the professional running, you don't go and win races throughout the year. You wait for this day.
Carl Morehouse back on the back mark of 4.25 metres. Woodhams in green, the man to watch. Away, Woodham start pretty good. Hoffman and Menz both got good starts, and the blue got a fantastic start. Weaver, he's up to Woodhams already, but Woodhams will be strong at the end. He's very strong at the end. He might atone for last year, you know. Dale Woodhams very impressively, and I reckon that'll be pretty quick as well. He was challenged by Weaver, who got a great start, but his second half was superb.
Absolutely brilliant. He looked in all sorts of trouble here, didn't he, as the man in the blue, Benjamin Weaver. He sped past them all, but Woodhams was composed. He charged to the line, and the time on the clock was 12:10. We'll wait for the official time. It's certainly going to be the fastest we've seen so far, Stephen. An impressive win.
Absolutely. Really drove home in the second half of that race, and that's where all the work has to be done here, especially with the front markers looking so good in the other semi-finals.
That was impressive. But I've got to say, each of the semi-finalists so far have done particular things in their particular semi-final very well, and for Woodhams it was the latter half of his race, and he's downstairs with Ian Cohen, the winner of semi-final number 4.
Yes, thanks very much. An adjusted time of 12:21. Dale, what's the feeling of unfinished business for you?
Feels pretty sweet right now. I didn't get out the best, but I knew once I opened up that I could run over the top of whoever was in front of me.
Not only did you open up, you stormed home, you pumped the fist on the way through. Haven't seen a more comfortable semi-final. What was it like from your point of view?
Yeah, like from about 50 onwards, it felt comfortable, and just really pumped to make the final, because obviously a lot of things went wrong last year, so we're here this year to make it right.
Well, congratulations, you're in. Dale Woodhams, the fourth man through to the final of the Australia Post Stawell Gift.
So far, it's Matthews, Woodhams, Britton and Chew. Matthews 5.75 metres. As we confirm the result, Dale Woodhams 12.09 is the raw time, and we will get the wind direction. It seemed as though it might have been a bit of a following wind there, so we'll have that reading for you very shortly. But Dale Woodhams is through.
Plus 2.2, so he did have a tailwind, and it can happen here at Central Park. It's a big difference, minus 2.5 in the first semi-final to plus 2.2 in semi-final number 4.
And we're up to the 5th. Tom Gamble, red 5.5. Richard Hankin White 6.5. Cam Dunbar has been here a few times before. He won the 200 metres here back in 2001. He's in blue 7.25. David Tinney, a finalist last year in yellow, 8.75. Fabrice Melanie, born in Mauritius, now lives in Clayton. Bit of a change there. He's in green, 9.5 metres. Douglas Greeno in pink, 29 years of age, finalist in the 200 metres here in 2009. And Robert Lehman in black is the outmarker on 10 metres, the former Bendigo Gift winner.
There's the man in yellow, David Tinney, finalist last year and swimwear model from Geelong.
Sure, he loves being reminded of that too.
He made a mistake when he told our crew down at the start line after the semi-finals last year that was his job. Here's Melanie, former Victorian schoolboy champion, trained by Bruce Gulliver, goes off 9.5 metres here, personal trainer, former schoolboy champion, as a lot of them are, but this is the man here, Doug Greeno from East Bentley, trained by Todd Ireland, who's been a finalist here. Made the final of the 200 metres last year off 9.75. He ran the second fastest time on Saturday, and it's hard to see him being beaten in this one.
So if there is to be a danger, perhaps David Tinney, who was impressive in winning and getting through to the final last year. Tom Gamble from Brisbane won the Coomera Gift this year, 3rd in the National Under-20 Championships. Richard Hankin, the man in white, actually played rugby union for Newcastle. He's a sales manager by trade. We've mentioned Cam Dunbar, the man in blue, has been here a few times before. And out in black, Robert Lehman, former Bendigo Gift winner, won the 400 at St Albans this year. His wife Narelle in the Veterans 100 metres final today. So it's Matthews, Woodhams, Britton and Chew, the men through. The Gift favourite is yet to come. He'll be coming up in the semi-final after this one. He is the overwhelming favourite, Tom Burbidge, but the question is, will his body hold together? If it does, he's entitled to hot favouritism. Can Doug Greeno challenge him here? Second from the right of your picture, the man in pink, the man to watch. Heart rates go up a little bit now. Greeno just making them wait, and that's what Morris Campbell tells the runners before the race. If they have any problem, if they're unsteady, to hold your hand up, get my attention, and we'll reset.
It takes a bit of composure to do that too. Your tendency is not to want to hold things up, but if you're not happy, you've got the right to put your hand in the air. And now they go through the paces again. Morris Campbell gives them the instructions. I'll hold you in the set position until you're ready, then I'll blow the gun. If there's any movement, I'll call a break, and you'll come back a metre.
Semi-final number 5 of the Australia Post Stawell Gift. Greeno left brilliantly from the pink. He gets up alongside Lehman and Melanie running a big race in green. The white, Hankin starting to come through as well. Greeno's got a battle on his hands. Gamble finishing hard from the red, but Greeno got there from Gamble and Hankin in semi-final number 5.
Brilliant run from Doug Greeno, but a slashing run too from Tom Gamble, the 18-year-old Australian junior representative. And he looked impressive, but he wasn't able to get up. And Greeno, he sped away from Melanie, maintained his form in the concluding stages as Gamble rushed at him, but that's a pretty comfortable win. It's probably 1.5 metres there. So he survives, and his backers will be pretty pleased. Steve, it was a good run.
It was a fantastic run for him to hold his composure there at the end of the race. He had the long loping stride of Gamble, the Australia junior bronze medalist. And he was coming through strong at the end, but Greeno willing to hold on.
And he was challenged early by that great start from Fabrice Melanie, but Melanie lost his form halfway down the track, and Greeno kept his. Doug Greeno through to the Australia Post Stawell Gift final. Here he is with Ian Cohen.
Yes, thanks very much, guys. Doug, he's just adjusting the headwear there. You better pop that on. They came at you late, but you held them out.
Yeah, I felt as if my start was a lot better than the heat on Saturday, but Stawell Gift semi-finals, they're never going to be easy. You always know that they're going to be coming at you late. You just got to hold your nerve and just run through the line and just hope for the best and just believe in yourself and know that you've done the work.
Is there anything you're going to be doing differently? What are you going to occupy your time with over the next 40 minutes?
Just trying to relax, just see what happens. You just soak it up and enjoy the moment and just look forward to a special race coming up in about an hour.
Congratulations, Doug. Well done. Doug Greeno, who is through to the final of the Australia Post Stawell Gift.
And boy, it's going to be crowded up the front of the field. Greeno through in 12.24, and he had a following wind of 1.7 metres per second. Tom Gamble, great run off the red in 12.32. Richard Hankin finished third in 12.39 from last year's finalist David Tinney in fourth placing. All right then, so we come to the last of the semi-finals, and all eyes will be on the man just walking into your picture now in the pink, Tom Burbidge of Canberra, 25 years of age. Let's have a look at the start list. Russell Scott Red, 5.5. John Adams White, 6.75. Sean Law Blue, 7 metres. Peter Walsh, the veteran, 33 years of age, yellow, 7.75. In fact, that is a different start list that appears on your screen to the one that we have. Nick McGree, green, 8.75. Tom Burbidge, 8.75 metres in pink, and Javed Asghari, black, 10 metres. And here is the gift favourite, Dave Calvert.
Well, he was a couple of tenths faster than everybody else in the heats on Saturday, and he looked most impressive. He was in a stacked heat. He was in the heat with Britain and a couple of other blokes that were favoured here, but he accounted for them pretty comfortably. So, you know, he's got the pressure of that. He's coached by Matt Beckenham, who's an Australian Olympic 400-metre hurdles representative in Sydney, one of Australia's best sprint coaches. So, Steve, he's in the right spot. He's got a lot of people around him that know what they're doing, and that's helpful in this sort of situation.
Absolutely. He's got some good support around him. The question mark with him is the body. I know during the week he's had a very sore back. He's had a pinched disc in his back, and they've got the alignment there going now.
He's also had 3 hip operations, Steve. I say that he's got stress fractures on the way. The only thing that he hasn't got at the moment is dandruff.
Well, the thing is, in these sort of events, you've got to just shut that stuff out of your mind. You've got to forget what's happened in the past, forget how your body's feeling, and just focus on the job at hand and just run through the line.
You know all about that at the World Championships. You battled a dodgy groin to win in stunning fashion, and you're absolutely spot on. The rest, well, they're thinking that they've got a chance, that there might be an opening. And that's the way you've got to approach this if you're Scott, the Bay Sheffield winner in the red. He's smiling at the moment. Here's Tom Burbidge, 8.75 metres. Unemployed, he was a uniform officer at the Australian Institute of Sport, and he no longer does it. He's looking for a job. He might have $40,000 courtesy of Australia Post if he can get through this and then win the final later this afternoon.
Coached by the former national hurdles champion and national events coach Matt Beckenham. Burbidge, the overwhelming gift favourite in pink, semi-final number 6. Burbidge commenced brilliantly from the pink and got straight past Asghari, and now he's going to make a statement, you think. Walsh running on in yellow, then the white, and that is Adams. But look at the gift favourite sail home, switches off Tom Burbidge, breaks 12 seconds on the raw time. Oh yeah, he's the gift favourite all right in 2010.
Well, if you want to say to everybody else, I'm the man, that is the way to do it. He was shot like a bullet from the gun, and he only got faster. He'd had enough by about here. He decided, I've got this covered. He turned them off, and, well, he's got a little over an hour. Something's going to have to go horribly wrong, Steve Hooker.
He definitely shut it down in that last 20 metres, maybe just looking after the body, trying to just give himself a little bit of a break. He, of course, being in the 6th semi-final, has the shortest recovery before the final. So that might be the only concern for him, just taking it a little bit easy at the end so that he's got a little bit left in the tank for the final.
And we're now going to have a gift final where there is only 4 1/4 metres between the back marker and the out marker, and that is something that we don't see too often at Stawell. Tom Burbidge, brilliant. The 25-year-old from Canberra confirms his favouritism. Let's hear from the gift favourite right now.
Tom, congratulations. Tell me about making a statement, because you certainly did that in the last of the semi-finals.
Well, I was just hoping it just felt like Saturday's heat, and it was one better than that. Felt extremely good, so real happy.
You got up, you got away very quickly, you caught the man in front of you, but what about the last 20 or 30? The burners were turned off?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, it felt good, just concentrate on technique and just keeping things nice and upright and solid, and yeah, it felt good.
You've been backed into extraordinary favouritism. Does that weigh on the shoulders over the next hour?
Not really. I mean, I don't think I'm that sort of person. I mean, I've seen a few blokes here crumble in the finals, so, but I don't think I'm like that. I don't know.
If the mind's strong, how's the back?
Yeah, back's good. Body's really good.
Good luck, Tom. Congratulations. Tom Burbidge is the raging favourite. He's the last man through to the final.
Yes, and he's entitled to be the raging favourite. Very impressive. 11.99 the time in defeating Peter Walsh and Javed Asghari. Tom Burbidge, the favourite for the Australia Post Stawell Gift. Steve Hooker, thanks very much for coming up. Great to have the world champion up with us. Enjoy the rest of the day at Central Park.
Thanks very much, guys. I enjoyed watching the semi-finals from such a great vantage point.
And we are going to be in that vantage point to watch more action, including the women's gift here at Central Park in Stawell, coming up after this break.
It's happening. Absolute bullet. We've got it covered.
Tonight, 10:30 Eastern, exclusive to One.
Adjustable beds can cause back problems. You need a lumbar zone, just like a car seat. Our adjustable beds have it. They're unique, effective, and we believe they are the best.
Visit a store today.
Every consultant at Ashley & Martin has successfully completed our medical treatment program. They know what it feels like to lose hair, and they're proof that our regrowth treatment works. So call today and enjoy the confidence tomorrow.
I've lost 22 kilos without having to do anything extra. It's easy, light and easy, it's easy.
Discover the difference Light and Easy can make in your life. Visit lightandeasy.com.au now or call 13 15 12.
Live at your local Scarecrow, the John Mellencamp tribute. Classic rock songs from the 80s with a live band on stage. Don't miss this fantastic Scarecrow show. Tickets at Ticketek or the venue. Rock on!
Come on, give me a bounce. Away we go.
I spend every day doing everything for my family. Personally, I find it very rewarding.
You will too with a Woolworths Everyday Money credit card. Earn enough points and you'll receive a shopping card every 4 months. To apply and find out about our $50 bonus offer, visit everydaymoney.com.au.
Tomorrow, a new era of basketball will begin. Aussie teams locked in a shootout for the big bucks. This is basketball in your face.
Elite Classic Basketball begins tomorrow, midday Eastern, live and exclusive on One.
We are back with you at Central Park in Stawell, Australia Post Stawell Gift Day, Easter Monday 2010, and the gift field is decided, so there's going to be plenty of activity in that betting ring coming up, and it is a very compacted field, only 4.25 metres between them. Brendan Matthews will be the red man, Dale Woodhams in white, Kevin Britton blue, Tom Burbidge, the favourite, in yellow, Douglas Greeno in green, appropriately, and Josh Chew in pink. Burbidge still the favourite, but if he doesn't win, any one of the five can win. All right, let's head down to Ian Cohen now, and with him, a gentleman who was instrumental in the gift being here at Central Park in Stawell in 2010. Koza?
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Peter. I'm here with the Premier, John Brumby. And John, obviously, welcome to Central Park. Great to have you along. What are your thoughts? It's a beautiful crowd.
Well, I arrived here today and I just thought how spectacular it looked. Wonderful crowd. Grandstands come up well, the grounds come up beautifully, the tracks come up beautifully, and Mother Nature has turned on a perfect day of weather, so it just couldn't be better for Stawell.
Now, I know the opposition's put a bit of pressure on you in terms of the money stakes for keeping this event going, keeping it alive. What's coming back from the government's point of view?
Well, I just said in the speech at lunchtime to the committee, and here with the local member and the Minister, Joe Helper, of course, but I just said the Stawell Gift, of course, began in Stawell, it belongs in Stawell, and it's going to stay in Stawell. And we've put something like $1 million into this event and this arena over the last 10 years, and it's quite different to what it was 10 years ago. I think it's a better event for it, it's a stronger event for it. We've got a $310,000 package going forward over the next 3 years. We've increased the sponsorship for the women's event. We've put money into the Hall Gift, the Hall of Fame, and I think all of those things together give you a fantastic event, and this will be here, I think, for many, many decades to come, and it'll enjoy strong support from government.
Well, that's great to hear. Just quickly, who do you like for the gift?
Well, I just saw the last heat. I've seen all the heats, but Tom Burbidge I thought was just hot. Just you can see the scorch lines on the track, but they tell me he's pretty short as well. But Greeno as well, I think a bit better odds there. But it'll be a fantastic event, and I think the women's event will be a great race as well. But you know, you couldn't get a better day. I understand that the crowds are up, and great credit, I think, to the committee and, of course, to all of the sponsors and to Australia Post.
Thanks very much, Mr Premier. Let's get back upstairs for the Make It Happen in Provincial Victoria Women's Gift.
All right, Ian, thank you, and thank you to the Premier, John Brumby, and for all of their efforts in keeping this great event here. Here's the Strickland Family Women's Gift Final, sponsored by Make It Happen in Provincial Victoria. Kendra Hubbard red, Melanie Purkis white, Tamara Hammond blue, Narelle Lehman is in yellow, Pamela Austin in green, Jacqueline Watt in pink, Selena Roberts, who used her mark really well in the heat, in black, and Megan McMahon in grey. Selena Roberts from 13 metres and Kendra Hubbard 4.25 metres amongst the impressive athletes in the semi-finals, Dave.
Yeah, and one of those there in the white, Melanie Purkis, a Commonwealth Games silver medalist in the 4x400 metres for England. Remember that at the Commonwealth Games with Tamsin Lewis and Jana Pittman Rawlinson.
Nothing much happened in that race.
Just a little bit of controversy there, and great to see her here. Hubbard was impressive in her heat. Tamara Hammond is going around in the 400 metres final. She goes from the blue. She won that event last year, and it's really wide open. Can Roberts hang on like she did in the semi-finals? She goes from the black off 13 metres.
She'll give them something to chase, Selena Roberts. There is Kendra Hubbard all the way back there on red. Away, Roberts start very good. She's after McMahon already, but Watt got a great start and gets up to Roberts, and now the green Austin starting to come through as well. Austin and Watt in the middle of the field. Now they're swamping from the back. Hubbard is flying home. Oh, I don't think she got there. I think maybe Watt might have just hung on to beat Kendra Hubbard, who was eating up the ground in the closing stages, but this is very close.
Well, don't you love handicap racing? There was a massive difference. Kendra Hubbard in the red, 4.25 metres. She got a brilliant start, went upside alongside Purkis there in the white, but then on the outside, it was all happening. In the green, Austin, and in the pink, Watt. Here they come down to the line. Can the pink hang on? It's very tight. Oh, what do you reckon? I reckon the pink might have just got up. Not much in it. Brilliant race. Well handicapped.
And here it is from head on, and there were two separate races. It was Austin, Watt, Roberts, McMahon in their own race, and then the other four. And all of a sudden, Purkis was giving Hubbard a bit of a toe up, and then Hubbard got past Purkis at this stage. She has flashed home, but I reckon you'll find that Jacqueline Watt in pink has just hung on. And we're still waiting on the official confirmation here. The 30-year-old Jacqueline Watt, who was runner-up in the 2009 Lithgow Gift. And the winner, it is the pink, Jacqueline Watt. She's down there with Ian Cohen. Let's find out whether she thought she'd won or not. Koza?
PD, Jacqueline Watt is with me now. You're laughing. Why are you laughing?
Because it's just something that I set out to achieve 4 years ago after having 12 years off. I came back to the sport because I wanted this, the women's gift, and today I've got it. So it's a lot of hard work and it's paid off.
You got it by one of the narrowest of margins. What did you think when you were crossing the line?
I just throw myself at the line and hope for the best. I've had a lot of close finishes this year. I missed Lithgow by 0.04 to Kendra Hubbard, so it's great to get on top and actually come through first.
You've got a lot of supporters here. Big party tonight?
Maybe.
She's still laughing. She's absolutely rapt about it, boys.
Yeah, translation maybe is definitely yes. And why not? Jacqueline Watt wins narrowly from Kendra Hubbard in a thrilling Make It Happen in Provincial Victoria Women's Gift. We go from the sprint to the long distance. When we come back to Central Park, the race that's simply known as the Herb, the mile race, coming up.
Tonight, St Kilda captain Nick Revolt joins the team as we wrap up the weekend of footy.
Oh, Kaczynski crashing in and taking Malcheski.
Tonight, 1 week at a time, 7:30 Eastern, exclusive to One.
Sound mind, sound body. Essex.
When you're trying to eat well and lose weight, there's no replacement for real, healthy, delicious food. Visit lightandeasy.com.au or call 13 15 12 to see the difference real food, lots of variety and home delivery can make in your life.
Bill for the internet and phone.
That's pretty good. Want to save money on bills? The Family Communication Gurus have the perfect solution. Home phone and broadband for $79 a month with unlimited standard local, national and Optus GSM mobile calls. Plus, you get 4 gig a month of super fast broadband. Find the answer to your family's communication problems. Call 1800 500 700.
Want to know more about The Biggest Loser contestants? Visit thebiggestloser.com.au for all the exclusive videos, photos and behind-the-scenes gossip, and see the incredible weight loss of all contestants. Get closer to your favourites with thebiggestloser.com.au.
For good health, it's vital that we eat a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and get a restful, rejuvenating sleep. But there's more to healthy sleeping than you may first think. Mario from Beds for Backs has the facts.
When you come to see us, we make a list of all the things that are important for you and the health issues that you want your bed to solve. Then we help you make the right choice. Nobody else does it like us.
Visit a store today.
Got a call from Sue's, our daughter. Something had distraught her. The wedding place in town had just burned to the ground. So the guests were coming here to a mess that was severe. Ajax spray and wipe made everything all right. Makes cleaning oh so easy. It's tough on all things greasy. The wedding was a hit. The house looked great, I will admit. So thank you. Ajax spray and wipe.
East Coast meets West Coast in a Monday night clash. Primetime netball never looked this hot. Tonight, 8:30 Eastern, West Coast, Melbourne, on 1.
Well, as good as it is, there's more than just the foot running to entertain the thousands of visitors who flock to Stawell every year for the Australia Post Stawell Gift Carnival. On Saturday, the Driscoll, McElroy and Dickinson Ladies Fashion Day Festival featured fashions on the field, including Grampians Estate Pinot. Did you partake, Dave Calvert?
I did. It was very good, and 29 entrants lined up in the fashions on the field, many dashing from the track, and that was the third place getter, Tabitha West, who's a regular runner on the circuit. Keilor's Kessia Isanaro finished in second place, and that was a fetching frock, Peter. And Belinda Carusi was the winner, and she goes into the history books.
Why is that?
First time ever someone's won 3 times here at Stawell, 3 times in a row, and a big smooch from Gary Driscoll to the sponsor, and $1,000 in the kick, and didn't they look sensational?
They look magnificent. $1,000 winner's check, and thanks to everyone associated with the fashions on the field, they look spectacular. Just part of the carnival that is the Australia Post Stawell Gift Weekend, which all gets underway with the call of the card on Friday. Here's the Strickland family Women's Gift final result. Jacqueline Watt by 1/100th of a second over Kendra Hubbard, and Melanie Perkins got into third in front of Selena Roberts. In a blanket finish, there was only 0.8 of a second between the first 5. Now we come to one of the features. Always a great race to watch. It is, as I said, known as the Herb to the locals here. The Northern Grampian Shire Herb Hedeman Invitation Mile. And we have a few scratchings here. James Connor, Darcy Long and Michael Marantelli are not with us. And the scratch man, all the way back there, giving starts of up to 100 metres away, is Mitch Keeley. And he's got to deal with another problem, even apart from all of his adversaries today, Dave Colbert.
Yeah, he broke his elbow and fractured his wrist at the Melbourne Track Classic. He got bowled over by the Olympic champion, Hasbel Kiprop from Kenya, in the first 100 metres of the race. And he immediately rang the organisers and said, I want to start in the Herb Hedeman to get ready for the Commonwealth Games trial. So he's got a bit of a task, the Beijing Olympian. There he is in the red. He'll go off 0. And important to run a very evenly judged race here. And there's a big field. Brenton Rowe is in the white, 15 metres. And he was second last year. He started off scratch, and he's got a Commonwealth Games B qualifier. So that's the pointy end of the field.
And the man he chased is that man in blue there, Dr. Philo Saunders, the defending Herb Hedeman champion in the 1,600 metre race, the mile race. So it'll develop into a race of tactics. You will see that someone is going to try and use their mark. We've got guys like Daniel Balassoni off 90 metres, Bradley White 95, Andrew Buchanan 100 metres. Now, they're going to have to try and use their mark, because if they sit back and wait for the higher credentialed runners to catch them, they will catch them and they'll pass them. So it is an intriguing tactical race every year.
It is, and over the 4 laps, you've got to make sure your pace judgment is absolutely spot on. There's some interesting men out on 80 metres, for instance. Justin Rinaldi, he's 37 years of age now, but he's a cagey character, 97 national 800 metre champion. And they're the sort of guys that you need to keep an eye on. Nathan Hartigan, looking more over the longer distance now, over 70 metres. Well, that's his starting mark, 70 metres from Ballarat. He won the run for the kids recently over 14k in Melbourne. Big fun run as they go out to their marks, and it's all part of the race here that you've got to judge what you're doing.
And I love that bit too, where they all assemble on the start line, and then it's like just grabbing about 20 marbles on a flat piece of wood, and someone decides to roll them, and they all roll out to different distances, and that's what happens. Mitchell Keeley, well, he doesn't have to roll. He's back on scratch, so he can watch everyone walking away up to 100 metres away from him. And so he'll have to pace himself. You can't get too excited too early, and he'll be looking to catch and then pass, because all of a sudden the catching can be a lot easier than the passing in these mile races.
Always nervous just before the start.
Look at the distance they're spread over. 4 laps, Northern Grampian Shire Herb Hedeman Invitation Mile. And just in case you are just joining us, Tom Burbidge, the red-hot favourite for the Australia Post Stawell Gift, is through to the final. It looks like an even final. And they're away on their journey. The four-lapper, the Herb Hedeman Invitation Mile of 2010. So Buchanan, White, Balasoni, Tim McCulloch, Alan Craigie are the men out the front in the early stages. Number 22 is Andrew Buchanan, who was off the outmark of 100 metres, and it's a long, long time before the man in red is making his way down the back straight up to our camera. And that is Mitchell Keeley, Brenton Rowe, the man in white, Philo Saunders, the man in blue. They are the men to watch as the race evolves.
Got to be really careful if you're off the back mark that you don't spend your bickies too early. You've just got to cool your jets and let the guys out in front. They'll come back to you, but it won't be until the final lap that they really start to get the staggers, the boys in front. And at the moment, Mitch Keeley hasn't tacked on to both Philo Saunders and Brenton Rowe, and you can see they're not even coming through the finish area at the moment. We're about to see Rowe and then Saunders, and Keeley's just behind them, just out of screen. So at the moment, Mitch Keeley, our back marker, well, he is the best part of, well, he's probably still 100 metres behind, to be honest. He probably hasn't made too much ground in the first lap.
In fact, as you said, he's lost ground on Rowe and Saunders. You can see there, 2 and 3. Now, they started 15 metres in front of Mitch Keeley, and they're probably 20 metres in front of him as they go down the back straight. So he's running a very controlled race at the moment. Now, there's a bit of a move up the front, and it's the man in grey and white who is going to the lead, and that is Alan Craigie, number 17 from Bradley White, number 21, then Matthew Ferber in black and white, number 16, in fact, he has moved up into a challenging position. It's Daniel Balasoni moving up into third now, number 19. And coming around them, number 15 is Joshua Nolan in pink and white. There he is just in the left of your picture. He's got up into fifth spot, and he's not anxious to let the leaders get away.
No, well, they've made up a bit of ground here in this second lap, and it's probably shortened by 40 or 50 metres at the moment, so it's a big difference. So that's the sort of thing that they're going to look for, and you've got a man out in front, and then there's that group of 5 or 6 runners, and they really are strung out, and this is where it starts to get interesting, because you start to feel like you're starting to make some ground as Craigie still leads. He's got a good gap at the moment.
And he's the one who is doing what we spoke about before the race, trying to use his mark. He was off 85 metres. He's still conservatively 85 metres in front of Mitch Keeley. So the back marker hasn't made any ground on him, but he's going to have a big task to keep going at this pace, because he's spent a lot of energy in getting to the front and trying to say, all right, I'm the Easter Bunny, you catch me. Alan Craigie with a big lead as they come down the straight. He's probably about 30 metres in front. Now the red and white stripe, Michael Ryde has moved up to second. In third placing is Joshua Nolan at the moment. And of the back markers, Brenton Rowe is the man. Now he's got up into the field at the bell, and he is the one who's going to challenge, if there is to be a challenge, to Alan Craigie.
Well, he's the man in the white, just starting to set sail around the outside at the Hall of Fame, and he has got a real chance here. The man in the white, Brenton Rowe, 22 years of age, second last year, so he knows what it's all about. He's got good form as they go down the back straight for the final time.
And it's Michael Ryde now, number 11 in the red and white, taking the lead and sprinting away. In second placing, the man in pink and white is Josh Nolan, and Brenton Rowe has got to third, and he is starting to run on very strongly now. It's been a big effort from him, and the man up in fourth place is also starting to tack on, and that is the yellow in Cale Simons. He's also coming into it. A match in 4 around the turn. Michael Ryde has the lead from Joshua Nolan, and here comes the yellow Cale Simons now starting to put the big strides in. He goes out after Ryde, takes the lead near the line, and a brilliantly judged tactical race by Simons. He wins from Ryde and Nolan in the Herb Hedeman. Just coming over the line now, Mitchell Keeley, never a possible chance. Neither was the defending champion in Philo Saunders, but Cale Simons, coming off 40 metres, has timed his run to perfection.
Brilliant run from the 21-year-old, second in the New South Wales Championships this year, and he'll go into the national titles full of confidence and with a good prize check as the winner of the Northern Grampian Shire Herb Hedeman Handicap here at Stawell.
I thought it was going to be Rose Race for the taking with a lap to go, the way he started to make his way around the field and starting to circle, but it was, in fact, Cale Simons from 40 metres, taking it out. Brave in second, Michael Ryde, and third was Joshua Nolan. We'll take a break. A lot more action to come from Central Park in Stawell.
Here it comes. Oh, my goodness. you seen anything like that?
It's coming!
Us folks here at Uncle Toby's welcome Cheerios to the family. It now has 90% more fibre and has earned itself the Heart Foundation tick.
Uncle Toby's Cheerios, now with 90% more fibre and the Heart Foundation tick.
I think we should try something new in here.
What do you have in mind?
This. Check out this bedroom suite. Do you like the tall boy?
Breathe life into your bedroom with bed sheds up to 30% off furniture sale. Hurry, limited time only. No one's better in the bedroom.
Put your dog on a diet with Pedigree Light.
Barocca Performance now comes in a new Twist and Go bottle that you can buy in a lot more places. It's the healthy new way to bring out your natural fizz every day.
It becomes a way of life. Light and Easy starts as a weight loss and then you realise that the food is wonderful. It's just too easy.
Discover the difference Light and Easy can make in your life. Visit lightandeasy.com.au now or call 13 15 12.
Whether it be back pain, period pain, or migraine, strong pain, powerful Banadine.
No more time to waste, no more time to waste. Time is now, we got no more time to wait, no. Cause we gotta get it down for that old tick-tock come around. Let's do it. Oh, yeah.
One celebrates the greatness of sport.
For all of us to enjoy.
Our commitment to you is the same now as it was a year ago.
24 hours a day and delivered in high and standard definition and free to wear.
Taking you live to all four corners of the sporting globe.
One is sport.
One.
One.
One is sport and one is for all.
The action coming thick and fast here at Stawell. Asics Bill McManus backmarkers 400 final about to get underway. Derek Collins in red, Sebastian Purcell white, Rodney Matthews the veteran 41 years of age in blue, Dominic Hoskins yellow, Eric Sapak in green, Andrew Chalice in pink, Paul Tancredi in black and Brendan Parnell in grey. The man to watch, probably the man in black, Paul Tancredi.
He was the fastest in the qualifying, 46.36. Just saw a shot of the blue there. 1999 Stawell Gift winner Rod Matthews.
They're away in the backmarkers 400 final and Parnell leads them out from Tancredi and Chalice. Tancredi immediately takes the lead and makes a statement early. In fourth placing is the yellow Hoskins as they go down the back, and they were followed by Matthews, who's a long way back. The red Collins trying to circle the field, and the white is back there with him, Purcell, but Tancredi has got a big break as they come off the back. He's gone very hard very early though. His lead is about 8 metres as they come off the back. Chalice in second placing, the blue and yellow Matthews and Hoskins trying to pick them up. Tancredi's using his mark. He's going to stagger the last 50 metres. He's got a break of 6 or 7 metres though from Chalice, who's coming after him. Tancredi shortening stride. Chalice is flashing at him on the line, and the white coming through in the middle as well. Oh dear, I don't know, Purcell or Chalice. There is nothing between them at the end. Sebastian Purcell must have come from the Skyhooks. Paul Tancredi looked the winner on the turn, but he spent his petrol tickets a bit early.
Oh, what a cracking race. And Tom Purcell, the coach, Father of Sebastian, just 16 years of age, a year 11 student at St Kevin's College, and he's found a gap there. Have a look at Tancredi. He's had enough. Chalice hangs on. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Or as you said, Peter, oh, dear.
Yes.
I don't know.
In the words of one of my colleagues, oh, my hat.
I reckon the white might have got up there, but it was very difficult. They are going to have a look at the replay from all angles, I'd reckon. And the 16-year-old Sebastian Purcell of 21 metres, his first year as a pro, his first appearance at Stawell. Has he held the line in first place here? Andrew Chalice, just 20 himself, coached by Trevor Beaton from Geelong.
And what about Paul Tancredi? We knew that he was going to walk the last 50. But what about the split here that Sebastian Purcell has got? You would have thought that Damien Oliver was sitting on his back.
Well, the waters parted, didn't they? And he found the saloon passage, and the punters there eagerly awaiting the outcome of this one. It's as tight as they come, and you've got to hand it to Tancredi. He didn't die wondering, did he? He just gave it absolutely everything, and a lot of discussions going down there. The officials surrounding the photo finish equipment.
And there's Andrew Chalice, the man from Geelong, 20 years of age. He was a member of the Geelong Falcon squad in the TAC Cup, so he's a pretty handy footballer as well. Studies sport management and exercise. He's a student. And Sebastian Purcell, the year 11 student from St Kevin's. His uncle Doug Bailey, he's got a footy connection. Doug Bailey also football connection, playing for St Kilda. This is his first year in pro running. So is it the white Sebastian Purcell or is it the pink in Andrew Chalice? Very, very tight, and those who've invested some money on the outcome of this race hanging on it.
We'd have to say this is the closest thing you've got to a dead heat.
Yep.
And Chalice was right in front.
The pinks held on. Andrew Chalice. Look at that for a reaction. They had to wait a while, but Andrew Chalice has hung on by the skin of his teeth to beat Sebastian Purcell in the ASICS Bill McManus backmarkers. And Ian Cohen is down there with an excited winner.
I had to fight my way in, but I tell you what, you boys are happy, you're happy. What's it mean to you? It was so close.
Oh, it means, I've been training for ages for this, and it finally paid off. It means a lot to the boys as well, and we all train hard together and paid off, and doing it for BJ. BJ was one of our trainers, one of our training partners. Unfortunately, she passed away. We love her, we miss her. This one's for you. And yeah.
A very emotional story then for you. Could you hear Sebastian coming? It was oh so close.
To be honest, no. I was trying to catch up to Tancredi. I didn't think I was going to get there, but I did. And my coach told me, might only be the last couple of metres to hit the lead, and that's what happened. And I just, at the end I saw Purcell get to me, and to be honest, I thought he had me, but yeah, it was a good win.
Congratulations, Andrew. We'll let you get back to the boys here. Come on, guys, you can jump in and get involved because he's the winner, and what a fantastic
an emotional
effort.
win by Andrew Chalice in the backmarkers 400 final. Now the Lorraine Donnan women's handicap 400 final. Amanda Crook in red, Lauren Jauncey in white, Tamara Hammond blue, Katie Moore in yellow, Sarah Byron in green, the 19-year-old, Melissa Nolan from pink, Kimberly Bush from black, 22 years of age, and Stephanie Jinks is in grey. Ready to go. And off to a pretty good start. It's Jinks leading out from Bush early. Nolan settles in third. She's in no person's land at the moment. Byron is behind her. Now the yellow Katie Moore starting to go early. And Tamara Hammond, a very experienced runner, is also going. And she's making her move at halfway. Jauncey and Crook for the moment have been left behind as they head down the back. And now the lady in black, Kimberly Bush, has taken over. Here comes the yellow, though, Katie Moore, striding up impressively into second place as they come off the back. So Moore goes up to the shoulder of Bush. She's got to try and get past her, though. The pink is battling on Melissa Nolan, and now hooking to the outside. Here comes the green, and that is Sarah Byron. It's the yellow in front. Katie Moore coming from all over the place, and look at Crook getting through along the inside. She's got the split as well, and Amanda Crook comes from nowhere, and she's going to win. Byron second, Katie Moore third. Yet again, someone coming from the back, but this time they get there. Amanda Crook from Kensington, the 29-year-old, has run brilliantly to win the Lorraine Donnan 400.
Well, don't you love the circular races here at Stawell? They've got everything, don't they? And there were 6 or 7 chances as they came across into the straight, and Amanda Crook, well, that is a fantastic run. The state champion over 400 metres this year, and it's a sigh of relief from the winner of the Enduro Women's 400.
The 29-year-old financial planner from Kensington, Amanda Crook, is the winner in the Enduro Sports Nutrition. Lorraine Donnan, women's 400 metres. We've still got plenty to come. The 200 final, the Tab Big Six Backmarkers Invitation, and then the big one of them all, the Australia Post Stawell Gift for 2010. That's all still to come from Central Park.
Sound mind, sound body. Essex.
Adjustable beds can cause back problems. You need a lumbar zone, just like a car seat. Our adjustable beds have it. They're unique, effective, and we believe they are the best.
Visit a store today.
Ethical Nutrients IBS support can help control the symptoms of medically diagnosed irritable bowel syndrome, such as constipation, diarrhoea and bloating. Find Ethical Nutrients IBS support in the fridge at your pharmacy or health food store.
These days, staying in touch means more than just having a home phone. You also need broadband that the whole family can use whichever room they're in. And you don't want it to break the bank. So are you paying more than you should for your home phone and broadband? For just $99 a month over 24 months, the Optus Fusion plan gives you your home phone and broadband in one simple, great value package. You get unlimited standard, local and national calls, plus unlimited calls to Optus GSM and 3G mobiles, and a huge 20 gigabytes of broadband data every month. That's loads of data to download computer games, feature-length movies and thousands of songs, so the family can relax and surf the net, research school projects or download music or movies. And there's no peak or off-peak access conditions. And for new customers, Optus includes a Wi-Fi modem with every $99 plan, so you can have wireless access on multiple computers anywhere in the house. All with the convenience of a single bill for your home phone and broadband. To find out more about the Optus Fusion $99 plan, call 1-800 300 707. You'll receive line rental plus unlimited standard, local and national calls and unlimited calls to Optus GSM and 3G mobiles. Plus a massive 20 gigabytes of super fast broadband and a home Wi-Fi modem. All for the one low cost of just $99 a month. That's amazing value. Because at Optus, we believe that great value home phone and broadband should be available to everyone. Dare to compare your current plan with the Optus Fusion $99 plan. You won't find a better deal. To find out more, call 1-800 300 707 and discover what Optus can do for your family.
We are getting ever closer to the Australia Post Stawell Gift of 2010. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching around Australia and indeed many parts of the world in 2010. We welcome you. And we're about to come up to the Redvers Cooper Memorial. Jack Donaldson, 200 metres handicap. Bros Kelly comes from red, 10 metres. Andrew Beaudry, white, 11 metres. Lachlan Taylor, blue, 12 metres. Simon Men's yellow, 16. Rodney Matthews, the veteran, going around again in green, 18 metres. And Matthew Mifsud in pink, 19 metres. What about the man to watch here, Dave Colbert?
Well, it's probably Rod Matthews. He had the fastest time in the semi-finals. They were held just before we came on air. So he's run the semi-final of the 200. He's backed up for the final of the 400. He's not a young man, Rod Matthews, and he's the winner of the 1999 Australia Post Stawell Gift, so he's got a real task here to back up. He was a couple of tenths faster than both Simon Menz, who'll go from the yellow here, and Matthew Mifsud, who ran from the pink. They both ran 2092 and 2097, but there's Rod Matthews. Boy, he'll be breathing in the big ones, because that 400 was a big old race, and there's actually been a protest on that race,
yes,
Peter, in the men's 400. Andrew Chellis was the winner, but the man who flashed home for second has said, well, I want to have a look at the developed print, thank you very much, before you pay out and hand the sash over. So
he certainly had the momentum at the end, but it was the tightest of finishes. There is the pink runner in Matthew Mifsud. He is 19 or 18 years of age, comes from a handicap of 19, trained by a famous name, Benny Tancredi. He won the Burramine Novice in 2009. The white, Andrew Beaudry, state 400 metre champion in 2010. He won the 400 metres B race at the Melbourne Grand Prix meet not that long ago. And these runners have got to the start and they're assembling, so we're still waiting some little time. Just to recap, the gift final field is Matthews, Brendan Matthews, Woodhams, Britton, Burbage, Tom Burbage the favourite, 8.75 metres, Doug Greeno and Josh Chew. They are the men who will contest the Australia Post Stawell Gift final, and that is coming up in round about a quarter of an hour from now. So the atmosphere really building, and Dave, I've got to say, it is so good that we are here at Central Park in 2010 to see races like the 200 metres and, of course, the Australia Post Stawell Gift. We might have a look at the Herb Hedeman result very shortly, and we'll check on that.
Just before we do that, I think the red might be missing here. I think the Bros Kelly, can't see him out there. They've gone down to their blocks for the final of the Red Viz Cooper Memorial Jack Donaldson 200.
So just the field of 5 then. The inside lane's not a great advantage here. And away they go. Mifsud start from pink, okay only. Matthews has given up ground to Menz in the early stages, and the blue Lachlan Taylor is coming through very quickly from Beaudry. It's the pink Mifsud leading them into the straight. The blue Taylor is coming after him now. Mifsud's got the break. Taylor's wearing him down on the inside, and he got there. Taylor has got up to beat Mifsud and Beaudry. It's Lachlan Taylor who went very quickly in the first 50 metres or so, put himself into a position where he could win, and he did win.
He did, and poor old Rod Matthews, he got very tight. He was the first man beaten as they came into the straight. There he is right on the left-hand side, and even Mifsud, he struggled to get back up after the semi-finals, but Lachlan Taylor, 21 years of age, that's his third stall sash. He won the 400 here in 2006 and 2008, and his supporters very, very pleased with him.
Yeah, it might be a few dollars invested there. Lachlan Taylor finishing off well, trained by Warren Bradley. He's a uni student from Taylor's Lakes. Won the 400 metres here at Stawell in 2006 and 2008, a qualified graphic designer. And he has run a brilliantly executed 200 metres to win the Red Viz Cooper Memorial Handicap as we head towards the back markers and then to the Australia Post Stawell Gift. And it's such an achievement to win at any distance here at Stawell. Let's go down and find out what an achievement it was with Ian Cohen. All right, Ian Cohen not quite ready yet, so we'll head down to him very shortly. The back markers, always a spectacular race. That's coming up where there's only going to be 3 metres between the back marker Anthony Alozi and the outmarking man on Russell Scott. And then we'll go to the Australia Post Stawell Gift final. Let's try take 2, Ian Cohen.
Down here with Dennis Atakador from Australia Post. And Dennis, obviously terrific to have Australia Post on board again this year. Stawell's just a wonderful carnival.
Oh, it's just gorgeous here today, Ian, and we're really committed to regional and remote Australia, and this is such an iconic event, and it gives you a sense of community and a sense of pride, and it has a rich heritage, and that's why we're involved. It's terrific to be here.
You've been involved for a very long time. We've got a future with Australia Post?
Yeah, it's been great this year, and we're pleased to announce that we'll be back next year as well for all the local residents.
That is fantastic news. Now, you've had a look at today. Who do you like? It seems that Burbage is the man that's hard to beat.
Yeah, he's been going well. He's my tip for today, Burbage. Geez, he was strong in the heats, and it'll be a good runner to beat him. So Burbage will win, I think.
And just finally, it's so good for Australia Post to be involved regionally.
yeah, really important to us. The regional community, we have a real affinity with everyone here, and we're proud to be a part of it.
Dennis, great to have you on board as well. Dennis Attackador from Australia Post, the man who's instrumental in getting right behind the Australia Post Stawell Gift.
Good on you, Ian, and thanks to Dennis and everyone at Australia Post, and great to hear that they will be involved here again at Central Park in 2010. Anthony Alozi is the man coming off the back mark in the back markers. He's from scratch. Aaron Stubbs, last year's winner, 0.25 metres, ran so well in the semi-final. Jacob Groth, 0.75 metres. Tom Gamble also performed brilliantly in the semi-final, 2 metres. Carl Morehouse also from 2 metres, and the limit is 3 metres in the back mark, and it is Russell Scott from Adelaide who occupies that 3 metre mark. This is a stacked field, Dave Colbert.
Yeah, it is. Anthony Alozi deserves to be the scratch man on his best form, but he's probably not in that sort of shape at the moment. He struggled in the heats on Saturday, but is a World Championship representative, and there's a good runner on grass too, having won Ballarat and Burramine. Stubbs, well, he ran very well in his semi-final of the Gift, just didn't make it through, so gets in a chance to atone here. Jacob Groth, well, he was quite good too in the concluding stages of his Australia Post Stawell Gift semi-final. Gamble will be the interesting one.
Yeah, he was sensational in the semi.
Young man, just 18 years of age and big future, probably over the 400 metres, I reckon. He's got that speed, but he's a big, tall, skinny youngster, and I think he'll be better suited over the longer distance. There he is in the yellow, got long legs, and often not the best, although having said that, that's what Usain Bolt looks like. Different colour skin, of course, but there's the man in the yellow. Compare him to the green Carl Morehouse, and he looks like he's been doing squats every day for the last 12 months. Have a look at the biceps too. I hope I don't see him at the Gift Hotel tonight.
Well, hopefully if you do, he'll be in a good mood.
He's a bartender.
Well, you wouldn't want to argue with him.
Coached by Steve Brimacombe, who of course is a former winner here and coached Adrian Mott to win also. And then Russell Scott, who won the Bay Sheffield Gift, and he's on the outside in the pink. So it's a good field here. It's going to be a really interesting race, and there's not much separating them, just 3 metres from the scratch man. And they've got to go the entire journey, which also changes things. Off their mark in the, what did Gamble have, 5 metres, 5.5 metres in the semi-finals. So he's back to 2 metres here. Has to go an extra 3 metres. Well, they did that in the heat, so they well used to running a bit of extra journey here at Central Park. It's always one of the features, the invitation back markers, this year brought to us by TAB Big Six. $6 grand for the winner.
I mentioned the fact too that not only are these pictures being seen live around Australia on Network 10 and 1HD, but also internationally this year.
Yeah, Australia Network and through Asia Pacific, so there'll be lots of expats who are watching this coverage and remembering what it's like to be at home on a sunny Easter Monday. Central Park in Stawell. Where would you rather be?
A warm welcome to you wherever you're watching around the world. Anthony Alozi gets down on the blocks for the back markers. Always a great lead in to the big one. The Australia Post Stawell Gift of 2010 is just around the corner. Let's take a look for Aaron Stubbs in white, Tom Gamble in yellow, but it's a hot field. Off they go. Stubbs a good start. Gamble only fairly away. Groth got up to him pretty quickly. The red Alozi coming through after Morehouse in green. Now the blue Groth getting to them. Groth is coming after Morehouse, and Groth has got up to beat Morehouse. Stubbs finishing off late, but he never really looked a threat. And it was a terrific backmarkers invitational, as it always is. And Jacob Groth, the man in blue, has run really well.
Well, it was a brilliant run, particularly in this stage here. Morehouse was fantastic. He'll be absolutely thrilled with his run. But it was Groth, who's a Commonwealth Games hopeful. He'll go to the National Championships in Perth in a couple of weeks' time, where they've been running super fast. And given he ran a personal best just a couple of weeks ago, he's more than an outside chance. He's a real chance to be in the relay team at the Commonwealth Games.
World Junior rep he is. He ran that 10:44 at the Sydney Track Classic, so he can go, and we've seen that in a hot field here. So it's Jacob Groth, the man who wins the TAB Backmarkers invitation, and that paves the way for the Australia Post Stawell Gift. And if you are just joining us, time now to recap the semi-finals in the 2010 Australia Post Stawell Gift. Brendan Matthews, the man to watch in semi-final 1 from white.
Well, he was brilliantly away, and he's a bit ragged in his technique, but he was able to get through this field pretty comfortably. He had lots of challenges, including Mitchell Watt and Peter O'Dwyer on the outside, and he won 12.54, his winning time, into a minus 2.5 metre headwind, so it was quite a strong headwind.
Second semi-final, Kevin Britton in green. Not a great start, but a good finish.
Really good finish. Held his form after a pretty ordinary run in the semi-finals. He was able to hold off his challengers here. He hit the line strongly, and his winning time, 12:41.
The third of the semi-finals, one of the thrilling finishes of the day. Watch Josh Chew, the man on the left in grey, and watch Aaron Stubbs flashing home in red.
Very fast at the beginning, Chew, and does get the staggers a little bit at the end as Stubbs flashed home the defending champion, got into difficulty there and slid across the ground, but he was home, Josh Chew, off 10 metres, 12:32. It was the fastest we'd seen.
And he's got some war wounds after that. On to semi-final number 4, Dale Woodhams in green. Very impressive.
He did very well, particularly a little bit like Britton in the middle part of the race, and particularly here at the end. Woodhams strolled away, and he's going to be hard to beat. 12:09 was his winning time. It did have the assistance of quite a strong tailwind, but he looked impressive.
Doug Greeno in pink took out semi-final number 5.
Yeah, and again, a bit like Woodhams, and most impressive, particularly in this back half of the race, used his mark of 9.75 metres to good effect. 12:24 was his winning time.
And then the gift favourite, all of the pressure was on him, Tom Burbage, as they went into the last of the semi-finals, and he could hardly have been more impressive.
No, if you had a lot of money riding on this man, you'd just start to queue up at the TAB Sportsbet, because look at that, he shut it down with 30 metres to go. It was a super fast time, 11:99, the only man under 12 seconds, and he deserves to be the red hot favourite.
Yes, very much entitled to be the man to beat Tom Burbage. If he doesn't win, well, it could be any one of the other 5 in the Australia Post Stawell Gift, which is coming up very shortly. Let's head down to Ian Cohen and find out the latest. Koza?
Absolutely, PD. This is what they're going to be competing for, the Millard Perpetual Trophy, and it is going to be a marvellous honour for whoever takes it out. Let's have a look at how it stands in the betting ring. Always a hive of activity down here. John Henry's with me, and John, take us through the market for the final.
Yeah, Ian, well, as is what's happened, Burbridge, all he has done is get tighter. I can't see him being beaten by anybody. So he's $1.20. So your next best, Woodhams, is... he's about $4. Greeno 8, Chew 7s. Well, write your own ticket for some of the others, because there's no way knowing that he can get bloody beaten.
All right, John, thanks very much. You get your board, get some batteries back on your board.
By the way, g'day, Doc.
Okay, there he is, John Henry, one of the characters in the betting ring. Don't go anywhere, because on the other side of this break, we're going to come back with the 129th edition of the Australia Post Stawell Gift, the final after this.
East Coast meets West Coast in a Monday night clash. Primetime netball never looked this hot. Tonight, 8:30 Eastern, West Coast, Melbourne, on 1.
I think we should try something new in here.
What do you have in mind?
This. Check out this bedroom suite. Do you like the tall boy?
Breathe life into your bedroom with bed sheds up to 30% off furniture sale. Hurry, limited time only. No one's better in the bedroom.
Hey, that's stunning. But not as stunning as this. Now Hungry Jack's give you a cheeseburger or chicken burger stunner deal for the same low price. That's a cheeseburger or chicken burger with small fries, small Coke and a sundae for only $4.95. For value that'll leave everyone stunned, grab a chicken burger or cheeseburger stunner deal, still just $4.95.
The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Want to help stop migraines taking hold? Trust Masindal Day Strength to help clear pain. Fast. For advice about migraines, ask your pharmacist where you see the gold cross.
That's to make life calculate. Thank you for having a cuddly word for me. Thanks for making everything cuddly.
Live IPL on 1. Wednesday night, Warney's Royals clash against Lee's Kings 11. Then Hodges Knight Riders face Warner's Daredevils. Follow our boys in India. The IPL, exclusive to 1.
In the shadow of the Grampians, the Australia Post Stawell Gift is getting ever closer in 2010 on a picture postcard Easter Monday at Central Park. A big crowd in today to welcome the runners. We'll be meeting them in a moment. There they are heading up towards the finish line. They'll make their way up the track shortly. They'll be nervous at the moment, Dave Colbert, but they are not the only 6 people who are nervous just at the moment here at Central Park.
No, totally unique here at Stawell. They start at the finish line and then run down. And here are our winners in the Australia Post Stawell Gift sweepstakes. They've been all drawn a runner. If their runner wins the gift, they win a Toyota Yaris, which is sitting out on the infield. And there it is. It's a gift, part of the local fundraising here. And one of these lucky people is going to take away a new car. And the yellow, well, it's Tom Burbidge. And there's the man, Kevin Lisson from Beaufort. Well, he's just down the road and, gee, squeezed into the silk beautifully. And I reckon you'd be feeling just a little bit anxious.
Yeah, you should be confident, but it's not over till it's over in sport. And as we said, Tom Burbidge, overwhelmingly the favourite. But if he doesn't win, any of the other 5 realistically could.
Yeah, well, that's the interesting thing. That and there's always a risk of that. You know, there's been plenty of athletes that have done a hammy, haven't quite run up to the expectations, and that's what makes this so intriguing.
Here's the start list for the final. Brendan Matthews, the 18-year-old from Canberra in red. Dale Woodhams from Adelaide, 22 years of age in white. Kevin Britton, Geelong, 20 years of age blue. The favourite, Tom Burbidge, yellow. As heading up to the start is Josh Tew at 20 years of age. Doug Greeno going up to the start. He is the veteran of the field, 29 years of age. He's marked 9.75. Rarely, Dave, as we watch the favourite go up now, Tom Burbidge, he looks relaxed, he looks comfortable, he looks confident, but rarely do we see a gift final where there's only 4.25 metres between the runners.
It makes an interesting race, there's no doubt about that. No back marker of such. There's no man coming from the 2 or 3 metre mark, and you mentioned that he looks confident, he looks relaxed. He is feeling none of that. He's feeling petrified, the nerves. This is the biggest race of these guys' lives. You know, we talk about the Olympic Games. We heard from Steve Hooker earlier. This is it for these guys. They're not going to compete for Australia at the Olympic Games or the Commonwealth Games, athletes at this level. This is it. $40,000 is the first prize, but more than that, it's having your name on the tablet out the front. It's having your photo in the Hall of Fame. It's being a part of the history of the Stawell Gift, of all the things that have gone on, even like this weekend with the controversy of the track and all of that. That's what they're racing for. Doesn't happen very often, the Melbourne Cup, events like that, iconic Australian sporting events, and that's why these 6 guys know that this is it.
And forever it changes your life, just like the Melbourne Cup that Dave Colbert was talking about. The winning jockey in the Melbourne Cup, forever his life has changed, because wherever he or she goes after the race, they point and say, that person has ridden a Melbourne Cup winner, or when they come to Stawell, that's a gift winner.
And even this, you know, they've shaken hands with the Premier and the President of the Victorian Athletic League and the club, and now the starter shakes their hands. This doesn't happen at the Olympic Games, and this is what makes this race so unique.
So the last minute instructions from Morris Campbell. I wonder how many of these 6 men will hear a word of it. Tom Burbidge at 25 years of age, the hot favourite. He was back for a bundle before the heats began. He was so impressive in the semi. But he's got some hot competition in 2010 to see who's going to take the glory. Silence. Anticipation. The 2010 Australia Post Stawell Gift. The final. Burbage's start was very good. He's quickly up to Greeno. Tew giving them something to chase. Burbage has got the race controlled at halfway. Coming through, Woodham's in wide, is finishing off very well. Burbage in front, and the body holds together all the way to glory. Tom Burbage wins the Australia Post Stawell Gift. The favourite is successful in 2010. Dale Woodham stretched him all the way, but the 25-year-old Tom Burbage, trained by Matt Beckenham, the man from Canberra, is the gift champion in 2010.
Well, he wasn't as convincing as he was in the semi-final, but there's one thing that they remember. Who hits the line first? And there's the picture to tell the story. The photographers surround the winner this year, and an impressive run. Woodham's was very, very impressive. I thought he was going to get there for a little while.
Good start from Burbage. He was up to Greeno there. Tew was always going to be under pressure, but look at Woodham's in the white here. He's run a magnificent race.
Yeah, brilliant race, and the race of his career. He didn't have a good one last year, and he gave it everything. He was easily in second place. Doug Greeno got up for third, but no doubt about the winner, Tom Burbage. And 25 years of age, 3 hip operations. He's got a buggered back. You know, on the way here to Stawell, he almost ran out of petrol. Him and his coach, Matt Beckenham, had to stop off in a farmhouse and ask a bloke where the nearest petrol station was. They said it was 30 kilometres down the road. The bloke gave him their phone number, and he was absolutely petrified he wasn't going to be here. After all that's gone on, he's got the 40 grand.
Yeah, he can afford the petrol on the way back, and he's got some stress fractures on the way in that body as well. I bet he doesn't care one little bit if they come right now. Here's our gift champion, Tom Burbage, with Ian Cohen.
Thanks very much, boys. Tom, congratulations. You are the 2010 Australia Post Stawell Gift champion.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's been interesting year, and just glad I'm running well. It's good.
Interesting year. Forget all that. Let's talk about the back, the legs, the body. How has it been? How's it held up this weekend? You can let the secrets out of the bag now.
This weekend's been pretty good. I think it was only Wednesday. I got a bit of a scare and a sore ankle, and back flared up again. Back's been a problem for a couple of years now, but it's all good this weekend.
You came in drastically on the odds. You're in at $1.25. Obviously, the Matty B crew got in behind you as well. What pressure has that been for you so early?
Matty B crew's been unreal. I wouldn't trade them for anything. So I consider them all my best friends as well as training partners. But they've been behind me a long time before this weekend.
What does it mean? It's starting to sink in now. It could change your life.
Yeah, I don't know if it really has sunk in. I mean, I was a lot calmer before the final than I thought I'd be, but I don't know. It's good. Just happy about it.
Take us through the race, because you controlled it pretty much from 40 or 50 out.
Yeah, I knew it might take a little bit longer than the heat and semi to get up, especially on guys like Josh. He's running pretty well as well, so I was prepared for the guys to be to hold me off a little bit longer in that one.
And as far as Matty, the coach, the story was you blokes ran out of petrol on the way here. You didn't run out of petrol in the final, but you ran out of petrol getting here.
Almost. I think for the second time in as many years we found ourselves down some strange dirt road that the GPS has let us down. So I have no idea where we were.
Well, Tom, congratulations. You can enjoy it with Matty B. Your coach is just over there. You can go over and shake his hand. Well done. You are the winner of the 2010 Australia Post Stawell Gift.
Might even be able to afford a street directory now with the $40,000. Tom Burbage is the winner of the gift. The official result, let's have a look at it. His time 11.98. Remarkably consistent performance in the semis and the final. Dale Woodham's ran so bravely second. Doug Greeno battled on really well to get third in 12.22 from the outmarker Josh Tew, Kevin Britton and the 18-year-old Brendan Matthews. Tom Burbage is the champion, and a worthy one, in 2010 at Central Park, and we'll be back for the official presentation when we return to Stawell.
For good health, it's vital that we eat a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and get a restful, rejuvenating sleep. But there's more to healthy sleeping than you may first think. Mario from Beds for Backs has the facts.
Unless a bed aligns your body naturally, it will end up stressing you rather than resting you. That's a scientific fact. Now, our beds let your body lie in your natural shape so that you get real rest.
Beds for Backs. Visit a store today.
If you reckon you can get away with speeding, look at this. Police radars are more sophisticated than ever. He's about 1 kilometre away, this fella. Watch this. Got him. He had no idea. Here you go. Just slow down, it's not worth it. Over 200 cars with these radars are out day and night. And back in town, the new ProLight lasers can pinpoint a speeding driver in busy traffic and catch him. It's just not worth speeding, because we'll catch you before someone gets hurt.
12 months ago, an ambitious journey began. 1, a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week Australian free-to-air sports channel.
Sport gives us drama that no scriptwriter can dream.
It ignites passions that few crafts can claim.
1 celebrates the greatness of sport for all of us to enjoy.
Taking you live to all 4 corners of the sporting globe.
1 is sport and 1 is for all.
Want to drop a dress size? Yes, you can, with help from Fat Blaster.
Want to look good in your swimsuit? Yes, you can, with Fat Blaster.
Want to reduce that beer gut? Yes, you can, with Fat Blaster.
With Fat Blaster Max, losing weight can now be almost twice as effective as dieting alone. It also helps reduce cravings and hunger and supports your metabolism so you burn more calories.
Can't do up that zipper? Yes, you can, with Fat Blaster.
Start losing weight today. Yes, you can, with help from Fat Blaster.
Long days, late nights, but my eyes won't betray me. New Hydra Energetic Eye, the first Ice Effect metal roll-on. Vitamin C and caffeine for proven efficacy against bags and dark circles. New Hydra Energetic Eye from L'Oreal Men Expert.
Which hair care range gives you 78% more shine in just 7 days? Palmolive Naturals. Surprised? So were the women who tried it in blind product tests. After just 1 week, they found their hair was smoother, softer, and noticeably shinier. Take the Palmolive Naturals Hair Challenge and experience shinier hair in just 7 days, or your money back. Palmolive Naturals. You'll be surprised.
An ingredient in our food costs the lives of over 1,000 orangutans a year. And there's a 40% chance you've bought something that contains it.
We each consume 10 kilograms of it every year without even knowing it.
A special report tonight.
Burbage's start was very good. He's quickly up to Greeno Tew, giving them something to chase. Burbage has got the race controlled at halfway. Coming through, Woodham's in wide, is finishing off very well. Burbage in front, and the body holds together all the way to glory. Tom Burbage wins the Australia Post Stawell Gift. The favourite is successful in 2010. Dale Woodham stretched him all the way. Yes, the favourite wins. Tom Burbage in 2010. A magnificent performance. He held his nerve, he held his form all the way through until the final. There are a lot of happy people at the moment, Dave Calvert, but I don't think the bookies would be amongst them.
No, well, they launched into him, there's no doubt about that, in the Matt Beckenham stable. I reckon they've won close to $100,000 and $40,000 here. Kevin Liston from Beaufort's taken home a new car, so I think that'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, all in all, a good weekend. You can afford some petrol, you can afford a street directory, and you can afford a big party tonight, and that's what's going to happen. Let's go to the official presentation now. Dennis Atakador from Australia Post is with Ian Cohen, and of course our winner, Tom Burbage.
Thanks very much, PD. Indeed, Dennis Atakador from Australia Post. And Dennis, many people thought the cheque was already going to be his when they saw the heat on the Saturday, but now it is officially Tom Burbage's.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom, on behalf of Australia Post, well, what a magnificent race. Well run. Congratulations, and here's a cheque for $40,000.
Tom, you've now officially got the cheque. You've had a little bit of time for it to sink in.
Yeah, a little bit. Still a bit overwhelming, but I won't say I don't need the money, that's for sure. Could definitely do with it.
Now, what about the man that's coached you to do this? Matty, come in. Matty Beckenham, who has been the coach now. Why do you call him Drama, Matty? Because he's provided plenty of drama as well.
Well, there's always something going on with Johnny Drama, also known as Tommy Burbage, but he's done a great job to get where he has. You know, the injuries have been well noted and well publicised, and I'm just really proud of him. He made a real commitment 3 months ago, and big thanks goes to Karen Faulkner at the Institute of Sport, Physiotherapy, and we've got 4 massage therapists down here in our squad, so thank you to all them. But you know, the congratulations goes to Tom. He's done a great job. He stepped up under the pressure, and I'm really proud of him. So well done, Tommy.
Well, you've got a great stable of athletes, obviously, there in Canberra, Matty. Congratulations. What sort of parties are going to be tonight?
We've got a bloke called Luke Storter in the squad, so I dare say it could get a bit messy, yeah.
Well, congratulations again, PD. Obviously, he's very happy. He's got the 40 grand from Australia Post.
Well, I think he should be happy too, Ian Cohen, because it was a magnificent performance. And when you're the favourite, there's a lot of pressure on you.
Well, there is, and there was that little bit during the race where you thought, is he actually going to get there? And that's the question. Is he actually going to make it? It didn't look like it, but he hung on, and it was a great run.
Terrific run from Woodhams, though. Greeno stuck on really well at the end as well.
Yeah, he was fantastic as well. But at the end of the day, we remember who won the race, and that was Tom Burbage.
Yeah, and I wonder whether he'll be back next year. Of course, it always makes it difficult. You've got to get the mark. You've got to get it at the right time. 2010 is his year.
Well, it is, and that's all part of the challenge here. You've got to be doing the job when it matters most. And he got to the start line, he ran down the track, and he's got the cheque for $40,000.
All right, let's return to Ian Cohen, who has a very special presentation to make.
Absolutely. Another man who's very happy to be in yellow is Kevin Liston from Beaufort. He takes away the Toyota Yaris as a part of the Australia Post Stawell Gift sweepstakes. Kevin, congratulations. You got yourself a new car.
Thanks very much. It's a bit hard to believe, but I'll take it anyway.
Absolutely, well done. Now, you used to run here yourself. How was your form?
I've ran here for about 30 years. I won the Hedeman here 40 years ago and the 2 miles the year before, so I've been coming here for about 50 years. But it's been well worth it the whole time I've come. I've enjoyed each year.
Well, congratulations, Kevin. Well done. He takes away the Toyota Yaris in the sweepstakes.
Dave Calvert, there's a walk that a lot of athletes want to take. In fact, he doesn't have to walk, he's hoisted on the shoulder.
No, it's a traditional carriage to the official presentation stage, and it's just a moment now where you start to realise, well, I've actually done something special here. The adoring crowd, they love a winner, and I think they're going to love this story. Almost ran out of petrol on the way here, 3 hip operations, broken back almost. He's won the gift, he's got the $40,000. I reckon Kevin was pretty happy. He just said he'd won the race here at Stawell, and he's won a car, so really, fantastic day.
Great to be with you, as always, in the commentary box.
Yeah, and a great call, and your 13th PD, well done.
Thanks to Dave Calvert, thank you to Ian Cohen, and thank you very much to you for being part of it wherever you're watching around the world. From Peter Donegan, goodbye from Central Park in Stawell.
The sponsor, and because he's in the red jacket.
One's telecast of the 2010 Australia Post Stawell Gift, proudly brought to you by Australia Post. And ASICS, sound mind, sound body.
Success to me means being the best in the sport that you've chosen to be, and you know that to me is absolutely everything. I started at the age of 7. My dad gave me a go out of a 12-gauge shotgun, which knocked me on my bottom. But surprisingly, I broke my very first clay target. I'm not sure who was more surprised, my father or me. Commonwealth Games to me mean a huge ordeal. I've won 2 Commonwealth gold medals, and holding the gold medal on the podium is an amazing feeling. You know, there's great expectation for me to go out and perform and fly the Australian flag from the country.